Practice, I was pleased with the energy, still moving a lot of different guys around. I thought our defensive guys, while we're not in pads, certainly showed great effort to the football. There were a couple interceptions. I'll take a look at whether they were errant throws or really bad reads, but it was great to see our defense continue. I think we ended up the country #1 in turnover margin and #1 in takeaways, and that's going to be an important asset for us this next year. Get a couple guys that were banged up that are some down the line guys that I don't know if they're going to be able to continue with spring ball for a while, some hamstring pulls, stuff like that. But outside of that, it was a good day.
I know it's only two practices and you're not even in full pads, but any observations from your two quarterbacks, at least from the first 2 days of practice?
Well, I think they both made progress from last year, but we need to make more. And, that's a position that's really critical. Obviously, the footprint that Josh left is really big. And so whoever steps in that place, we're not asking him to do exactly what Josh did, but, we're going to need to operate our offense at the level it does. And so those guys will be evaluated day to day.
You mentioned a few injuries and stuff. Is anything new since I guess we talked to you earlier today?
No, nothing. We had a sprained ankle and somebody's got to pull a hamstring, but guys should be back.
3 of your main defensive ends are out this spring, right. So again, they'll be back, but it's a chance to look at other guys. Any guys in particular, like a Victor Jones,
Right.
for instance, that maybe you're really hoping to really take a really hard look at this spring?
Well, we're looking at a lot of those guys, and Victor's a guy that, he's kind of right now, he's in between. He's got big size, and, it's going to be important to see what he can do at the defensive end position. He's a guy that was heavily recruited. He came on late in the scout team work, and we think he'll do some good things.
With Noodles, I know it seemed like it was kind of a strange situation with his injury last
Right.
year, but just what's it mean to have him back and have a guy with that
Well,
much
it
experience?
certainly does help, and that's allowed us to take, Tyler Hall and move him to nickel, and having Noodles out there. Antonio's got good ability. He's played a lot of football. It was a freak injury, that calcification of a muscle. I've never heard about it before, but he's back at 100%, so it's good to have him out there.
Early on, but you got Watson back at fullback and move some guys that have never played fullback. Again, any observation, any progress there?
You know what?
Early on?
Austin Lopez has been doing a good job, and Jamari Moore's been doing a good job there also. So I think we've got more body presence than what we've had.
I guess with a decent number of injuries, I'm sure you'd probably rather have him now than in the fall. But is it kind of an opportunity to see more guys than
Well,
you maybe?
we're looking at that way, but how we practice, it's a real challenge because we believe in double repping, and so to do that, it takes a lot of people to operate, and most teams don't do that in the spring. I know everybody's making adjustments. I think we're on task right now. We don't have to make any adjustments. We're a little bit razor thin at some spots, but you're right. I mean, a lot of the guys who were injured that are not partaking in spring football, we've got a pretty good book of experience on them, and so it does give us an opportunity for some younger guys to go out there and learn and take more repetition.
You mentioned you'll be in full pads for the first time Saturday, your
Yep.
next practice, and you're probably not going to scrimmage for 2.5 hours. But is that a next step here in
It's
spring?
another step. Some of the fundamentals, there's going to be more contact. We won't do tackling to the ground and things like that. There's only a certain number of days during the spring that you can do that. So we won't utilize one of those days for that amount of contact. But, it's an opportunity. The lines of scrimmage, they've been going against each other in just a jersey. To be able to come off the ball and pop some people is going to be important. And then also for defenders to be able to, shed some blocks. Okay, thanks.